You know, I remember a few years ago I started sharing my faith in Christ with a friend who after a while started to respond quite positively. He started to attend the church midweek group with me, and excitedly I was planning to invite him to the next Alpha course when out of the blue he said to me, though he enjoyed our friendship, he's not really into this Jesus and church stuff. So basically, he was telling me stop talking about him and inviting me to his church. Now, of course, I was going to respect that, but I remember at the time feeling really discouraged. I remember after that saying to God something like, why do we see so few people coming to faith in Christ, considering all the time, effort and prayers that Christians and churches put in to seeing the lost saved? And immediately I thought something that I really truly believed was from the Lord. It was like the Lord was saying to me, Brandon, don't be discouraged by the results. That's my job, but be encouraged by the harvest. And I knew exactly what God was saying. You know, ever since I've been a believer in the Lord, there's always been a harvest. The harvest is everywhere. There's always been unbelievers around me and in my life, and that will be the same for you too. They're in our communities, they're in our workplaces, they're in our streets, and even for some of us, they're even in our own homes and families. So don't get fixated on the results, but be encouraged as you fix your eyes on the harvest. Isn't that what Christ was saying to his own disciples in John chapter 4? He said, open your eyes, the fields are ripe unto harvest. And Jesus also told his disciples in Matthew chapter 9, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. He's basically saying, send out more workers. And where does that start? And who does that start with? Well, it starts with me and it starts with you. Be blessed.